Hi guys, how are you? Today, inshallah, we are going to study Unit 9 Film and Media, Lesson 3 Profile of an Emirati Filmmaker. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to take part in a discussion about film and TV, read an article about Ali F. Mustafa, complete a summary in your own words. So, would you like to be a filmmaker? If you say yes, why? If you said no, why not? If you say yes, what kind of films would you like to make? So I will give you these two questions to think and give me the answers later. Let's start now by the new vocabulary. New today. The first one is biography. It's the story of a person's life. Biography. Biography. This is a story of someone's life, like his name or her name, where is she from, the personality, the character, the family, the children, the education, everything about the life. We call it biography. Director, person who tells the actors what to do. Go here, come there, say this sentence, don't shout, don't make noise here, just make this scene with your eyes, use your eye contact. So this is director, a person who tells the actors what. Producer, the person who has control a film, including the money, responsible and pay money to make this film. Any film, we call him producer. Feature film, a full-length film with a story. Full-length film with a story, we call it feature film. Box office, it's a place at the theater or the cinema which sells tickets. If you want to go to the cinema, you can go to this box office and buy a ticket to enter the cinema. We call it box office. Documentary. Documentary, it's a film or TV program about real facts, not fictional stories, like National Geographic. This is a program. If you watch this program tells us true fact information about animals. So we call it documentary, fact about any program or any film. Screenplay, words written for a film with instructions about what the actors need to do. Words written for a film with instructions about what the actors need to do. We call it screenplay. Scriptwriter, a person who writes the words for the film or TV show. The writer, the author of the film or the program or show. Now, we need now to open the course book, page 21, and we need to match the word with the meaning. Biography, director, producer, feature, film, box office, documentary, screenplay, scriptwriter. So we need now to have a look to these definitions, meanings, and we need to try to match every word with its meaning. 1. Biography, the story of someone's life. Biography. Director, F, a person who tells the actors what to do. Producer, the person A who has control a film including the money. Feature film, a full-length film with a story. Box office, it's a place or a theater at the theater or a cinema which sells tickets. Documentary, a film or TV program about real facts or not fictional stories. Screenplay, words written for a film with instructions about what the actors need to do. The last one, scriptwriter, a person who writes the words for films and TV show. Now, you need to read this biography about filmmaker. His name is Ali F. Mustafa. We need to read this one and tell me What does he hope to do in the future? So let's read the first part. A man with a dream. Ali F. Mustafa is a successful Emirati film director and producer. He was born on 25th September 1981 in London. His father is from Dubai and his mother is British. Ali grew up in the UAE. Ali has been interested in film since childhood, and in 2003 he had the opportunity, the chance, to follow his dream and attend the prestigious London Film School, where he received an MA in filmmaking. At the age of 28, this aspiring young man was named Best Emirati Filmmaker at the Dubai International Film Festival, okay, DIFF, Dubai International Film Festival in 2009. His debut film, City of Life, is often referred to as the film Emirati feature film and received praise from many influential people in the film industry. It was a film with a powerful message and broke the box office records for an Emirati film. The following year, Mustafa won the Young Filmmaker of the Year award at the Digital Studio Awards and has been called the best Emirati filmmaker of his generation. Prior to his success with the City of Life, this talented, hard-working Emirati national directed a number of short movies. In 2005, he produced the film Under the Sun, which was shown at Dubai International Film Festival, as well as the Rome, Rhode Islands, and San Francisco International Film Festivals. Mustafa not only directed this film, but wrote the screenplay too. A year later, the film was announced as the winner of the Emiratis Film Competition. That same year, Mustafa started his own production company called AFM Films because he wanted to produce his own work without outside influences and control. AFM Films created shorts, documentaries, and commercials. Although Mustafa produces films and is an excellent scriptwriter, his main interest is directing, and he continues to work on new, exciting projects which he hopes will raise his profile even more. So after reading this one, we need now to know what does he hope to do in the future. Yes, he hopes to work on more projects and raise his profile. This is what does he hope to do in the future. Exercise 3, you have some questions. We need to read the biography again and answer these questions. What are the questions? What qualifications did Ali receive from the London Film School? What qualification? Certificates, degrees. 2. What was the title of his first film? The name, the title of his first film. 3. In which year did Ali win the Young Filmmaker of the Year award? Which year he won this award? Young Filmmaker. 4. Which film won the Emiratis Film Competition in 2006? Which film? The name of the film. 5. What is Ali's production company called? The name of Ali's company. What does it called? So these are the questions. To look again to the biography about Ali F. Mustafa, filmmaker, and you need to answer the questions, please. questions. What qualification did Ali receive from London Film? MA in filmmaking, yes. What was the title of his first film? City of Life. Which year when he the Young Filmmaker of the Year award? 2010. And which film won the Emiratis film competition? Under the Sun. And what's the name of Ali's production company? AFM Films. Ali F. Mustafa Films. Okay. Here you are going to watch a video to learn more about this man who is talking about himself. So let's learn about this director of art, Emirati filmmaker.
This is to you. I swear your face is going to win us the account. Cut.
I was fascinated about filmmaking from a very early age. And you know, that's how it started. It started from, you know, taking my parents' camera and, you know, filming my toys, shooting with my friends. By the time I was 15, 16, still shooting stuff, you know, I think my parents at that point realized that this is what he's going to do, you know. And but before graduating from high school, I wanted to start working. I wanted to start making my own money because most of my friends at the time were 10 years older than me, and they were all working. So I thought, you know, to approach my mother. She had an events company with a trade license for interior design. And I said, since you have this trade license, let me try and set up a division in your company that I can run for interior design, even though I had no qualifications whatsoever. And my first job actually was my sister's wedding stage. I designed her wedding stage, and I remember asking what would she have liked as a theme. She said a secret garden theme, so I designed this secret garden theme, and we had obviously the people there in Blooms to help build this wedding stage. And that's how it started, because it started from word of mouth, because mashallah, I have quite a large family, and people who attended the wedding saw the wedding stage, and then they asked who had done it. They said it was my brother. He started to get into this, and that's how it started. And for about a year and a half, that's all I was doing, is doing wedding stages, which was very lucrative. But again, obviously filmmaking was something that I definitely wanted to continue doing. And I had remembered that I said, you know what, I think it's time that I should apply for a film school to really understand how to make films. Because, you know, what I was doing was just making films from how I imagined you would make films. I knew it wasn't the right way. So I started to look into film schools, and I've, you know, did my research online, asked people who had been to film schools, checked New York, LA, and then I found this one in London called the London Film School. It was actually the most acclaimed film school from the research that I had done, because it's exactly what I wanted to do. It was strictly filmmaking. There was very little theory. You know, it was practical, and that's what I wanted. But the problem was that school was a master's course, and I had graduated from high school, getting into business, and, you know, set up this division, which became quite successful, but not continued, you know, not gone to college for a bachelor's. But what had happened was that they had a criteria. You know, either you have a bachelor's or you have the experience. So what I had done is, with the help of my mother, created this portfolio of all the work that I had done, which was actually really thick for the year and a half that I was working. And we had submitted that with the other stuff that we needed to submit, like a short film or a 3-minute script, a storyboard that I had drawn, a critique on a film. And we had submitted that as a package. And we had submitted that whole design as part of filmmaking, which was production design, art direction, which is pretty much the same thing. Building sets and wedding stages it's almost the same thing. And they had accepted me to do a master's on that. You know what? With all honesty, City of Life is now a couple of years old. I've done it. I've made it. I've experienced all of what I've had to experience. But City of Life was definitely not an easy film to make. At one point, actually, it got stopped on many occasions, actually. But I don't know if I want to go into talking about, because I've actually mentioned it quite a bit in the press, but I feel it's unnecessary to keep going back on what I had struggled to make City of Life, because now, alhamdulillah, we've reached a stage in the film industry where there is support. We have now a Dubai Film and TV Commission. There's no need for me to going back and talking about the struggle of trying to achieve a film industry here when it's actually now being achieved. I'd rather be known as a filmmaker, not the person who just made City of Life. I want to continue making films for the rest of my life. But I'm very proud of that movie because of what it managed to achieve. For myself, but also for the industry. I strongly believe that had this film not been made, we would, where we are today in the film industry, would be 2 years ahead of us, in front of us. We would not have reached that stage yet. I strongly believe that. Every movie that I do, its quality is going to get better. I mean, every day you're learning as a filmmaker. I mean, if your films are not improving with each film that you make, then, you know, there must be something going wrong. What goes to my mind is okay, am I choosing the right film for my second feature? Is this the right one I want to do? And I said, you know what, I'm just going to do it anyway, because if I wait another year, it's going to be 3 years since City of Life. You know, the project's in front of me. I think it's going to be fun. Try and get as many films as I would like to be making a film a year, if I could.
Okay, everyone. So after watching this one, I think you got more information about this great Emirati person, Ali F. Mustafa. So now you can open your activity book, profile of an Emirati filmmaker. We need to complete the speech bubble with words from the text. Look at your book again in the course book. We need now to find here these. We need to complete the conversation here, the bubbles, with what? With the words from the text. Number 1, I am a TV. I make programs about wildlife. So TV documentary or director. Yes, director to make what? To make programs about wildlife. I love watching feature films. They are more interesting than documentaries. Feature films mean that longer film. And number 3, there is a brilliant new biography about my favorite actor. Number 4, you can buy tickets at the box office. 5, my brother loves writing plays. He plans to be a script writer when he finishes university. 6, the producer has read the screenplay and has decided to make the film.